Hello and welcome to the third and final edition of Overtime. We have a special show lined up for you because this is our year in review. Get ready because we sure are. I'm Cassie Vinch.
And I'm Billy Fellon. Let's get to it.
We here at Overtime like to consult the sports gods at Sports Nation and have adopted their 3 cheers and 3 jeers. If you don't know what this is, we will recognize 3 cheer-worthy events or performances from this year, and we will scrutinize 3 jeers or boos from this year as well. 3 cheers for CNU athletes. 1 cheer for the women's tennis team. The team finished with a record of 17-2 and went 7-2 in conference play. Congrats, ladies. 2 cheers for women's lacrosse player Megan Harkey. Megan Harkey broke the single-game record by scoring 2 goals and had 10 assists in a game in early April. She is also the CNU Student Athlete of the Week, which will be later in our show. 3 cheers for women's basketball star Chelsea Schweers. Schweers was named first team by d3hoops.com as well as first team by the Women's Basketball Coaches Association. Way to go, Chelsea.
And now for the jeers. As Americans, we want to give our first year to the Canadian hockey team. Yeah, we're still bitter about that. Sorry, Canada, but you dashed our dreams. Second jeers for Gilbert Arenas. Guns aren't toys, Gil. You should know that. Third jeer for Duke winning the NCAA tournament. Sorry, Duke, but we always want to see a Cinderella story go all the way through.
Some of you may have noticed the addition of a new element to the sports section recently of the Captain's Log. We have developed the Clutch Captain Award given to the student athlete that went above and beyond in this past week.
CNU's Clutch Captain for this week is Megan Harkey. As Cassie said earlier, Harkey broke the single-game point record, which was previously 11. This season, Harkey has 32 goals and 24 assists in 9 games. Congratulations, Megan.
One athlete that you can always find going above and beyond is junior guard Chelsea Schweers. I recently caught up with Schweers to talk about the season and her mentality as a student athlete. Virginia College Division Player of the Year. First team All-American by both Women's Basketball Coaches Association and d3hoops.com. Second leading Division III scorer in the nation, averaging 24.5 points per game. Led the nation in three-point shooting at .477. 1,999 career points, 74 short of the most all-time by a lady captain. Who am I talking about? If you haven't guessed by now, junior guard Chelsea Schweers is a force to be reckoned with. For only the second time in CNU history, Schweers helped to lead the Lady Captains to the NCAA Sweet 16. After a 30-game win streak, they lost their only game of the season there. You can always tell that Schweers means business, but on this edition of Beyond the Jersey, you will see that she is all about team unity and success as well.
Honestly, I really liked Coach Hunter, and she came to my high school a couple of times, and we just had some good conversations. And I came out here, and I watched one of the games, and they have a winning program, and that was really appealing to me. And I just really like Coach Hunter. I want to break the record, but more than anything, I just want us to win. And so next year, I don't want to be thinking I got to score to break the record. And so just kind of stay humble. Well, I knew it was going to be rough if we lost because it was going to be the end of our season at that point. And that was definitely something on our shoulder to keep us going. Just everyone's oh, you're 30, you're blah, blah, blah. But none of that had mattered. Well, it's definitely a sour taste thinking about because Rochester, we definitely shouldn't have lost to them, and but just to keep that in the back of my head, knowing if I'm over summer, oh, I don't really feel like working out today, and then it's but I don't want to feel how I felt against Rochester, so that's what keeps me motivated. Personal goals, not so much, but team goals. I just want to win the national championship. Well, it's definitely a huge accomplishment, and I'm really thankful for my teammates because they look out for me and they get me the ball, and so I think that's the main thing. But I mean, it's a huge accomplishment and it's exciting.
Thanks, Cassie. Many Redskins fans are stirring these days as Donovan McNabb was traded from the Philadelphia Eagles to the division rival Washington Redskins. Overtime correspondents Chris Brooks and Paul Mikowski talked about just that topic in this week's debate, newly named A Few Good Minutes.
Welcome to A Few Good Minutes. I'm Chris Brooks.
And I'm Paul Mikowski.
Today we're going to be breaking down the impact of the Donovan McNabb trade for the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins.
When the Eagles drafted Donovan McNabb with the second overall pick in the 1999 draft, they were expecting to get a quarterback of the future. That's all changed now. They've traded him after 11 seasons with the Philadelphia Eagles to the Washington Redskins, where the Washington Redskins have already started a quarterback of the future in Jason Campbell. After 6 Pro Bowl appearances and 4 divisional championships and 1 Super Bowl appearance, the Eagles didn't need to get rid of Donovan McNabb.
With the recent trade of Donovan McNabb, I definitely feel like this would be a great move for the Philadelphia Eagles. McNabb was due $6.7 million on May 5th. That's definitely a high price for a quarterback that has been fairly inconsistent for the past couple of seasons.
Here's a guy that has been the face of the Philadelphia Eagles for 11 years. I don't think they made a very good decision in getting rid of him. In fact, I think they're playing blackjack. I think Kevin Cobb, the 25-year-old starter for the Philadelphia Eagles now, is a great quarterback, but he's not a division winner. This has been a few good minutes with myself, Paul Mikowski.
And I'm Chris Brooks.
If you have any comments or ideas for debate, feel free to email us at desk@thecaptainslog.org. Thank you for joining us today. Back to you, Cassie.
Thanks, guys. I'm sure everyone is interested in seeing how the season turns out for both teams. In recent on-campus sports news, many of you probably heard that the Hampton Roads Iceplex was set to close for good this summer. Being the home of the popular hockey team, many students as well as players and coaches were upset. Lucky for us, the owners decided to make the necessary repairs and remain in operation. For players and student opinions, we turn to this week's Foul Territory.
We're really happy that the rink's back up. Our fans are the biggest part of our organization, and without them, we'd be nothing.
I'm really excited that the Iceplex is not closing or will reopen eventually at the end of the summer. It's a lot of fun. I love having it there. It's a great place for us to get some of our frustrations out, and play the sport that we love. And I love having the fans come out, and it's a good time.
I think it's great. Not only is it great for our team, but it's great for CNU as a community.
I'm pretty happy the rink is reopening. It saves all the players and the fans a lot of time with travel, so that's kind of nice.
I'm really glad the rink decided to stay open. It saves us so much time and a lot of money having to drive to Chesapeake, and it also ensures that all the fans here still get to see us play.
And I think it's amazing that they reopened it. Can I name him? Bryce is in my class and he was talking about it, how much it means to them to have it. So I think it's really awesome that it's back open for them and they have an opportunity to play there and do whatever they want.
I'm really excited about the rink staying open. I know freshman year I went to every single hockey game, even the away games, and this year I unfortunately didn't make it to a lot of them, but I just know that being an active member in extracurriculars at CNU, that in my sorority, in Alpha Phi, and in class council, a lot of students love going to hockey games. I think it's really important that what the students enjoy can continue, and I know our boys really appreciate it, and I know that the fans really appreciate it, and I'm just really excited that the rink is staying open.
I don't know what our school would do without that Iceplex. Hockey's a very loved club sport on campus. The baseball season at CNU is still in progress, but I headed out to a game last weekend to check out some of the action. In the final game before USA South play started, sophomore Sean Sitzaz pitched 7 strong innings for the Captains, with just 1 earned run, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. He had CNU's bats behind him, especially in the bottom of the 4th inning, as junior Mike Ramette, senior Shane Kersey, sophomores Connor Madden, and Shannon Mark all had runs batted in, making the score 4-2 at the time, with the Captains eventually pulling out the victory 10-5.
Well, that about does it for this edition of Overtime. We hope you tune in next year for more player profiles, game recaps, and everything in between. For the final time this year, I'm Cassie Vinch.
And I'm Billy Fellon. As a senior, this is my last show. As always, it's been a pleasure. Make sure to keep her on her toes for next year.
For the Overtime team,
we are signing off.
Thank you.